So see, this is the Fetal Medicine Foundation page and how to fill the details that you have taken from the patient. So demographic data, and then the uterine artery Doppler that you have done, how to use that, blood pressure measurements, and if biometry available, if the biochemical markers are available, let's see how it is filled. So you open the page of Fetal Medicine Foundation Preeclampsia Screening. So you have to get the multiples of median, which you see here, moms. This is very important. This is to introduce standardization. So start filling with the patient's age, weight, height, the racial origin, if any of the pre-existing conditions female has, like diabetes, hypertension, SLE, if there's a history of smoking, and what was the method of conception, IVF, spontaneous, or did she use any ovulation drugs? So mention that, take previous obstetric history, and then whatever biometry, the uterine artery Doppler that you have taken, and your staff would have measured the blood pressure in both arms twice. So we are going to put those data here, and by writing manually these measurements, after filling the data, you will get the multiples of median for that age group and the racial group. So see, on uterine PI, in the perinatology, we calculate the mean PI and then the percentiles. So here you get the multiples of median of both uterine artery and the mean arterial pressure. And once you are done with this, if you have the values of PAPP-A, very good. If not, then just calculate risk. And this is the chances of developing FGR before 37 weeks. You get it 0.4% in 1 in 238. So you get a risk. And when you know that this patient has so much risk, then accordingly management can be instituted. So this is a very simple performer that needs to be filled. If you don't have a standard form, you can use some Rakshan form, because everything which is recorded here, they have a very nice layout. And if you don't have that also, you can just make a performer yourself using these data. So this was about the FGR calculation. Now let's see how preeclampsia screening is done. So again, you will fill the age, weight, height of the patient, racial origin. We are in South Asia, so South Asian, and any of the pre-existing conditions if the patient has. So previous obstetric history needs to be taken in detail, and then the NT&B scan, biometry, and uterine artery Doppler. So both of this, the blood pressure and uterine artery Doppler multiples of median, where you're calculating the FGR, we got the mom. So you're going to use the same mom directly here, and then you will calculate the risk. So this is the performer for preeclampsia. They have given details which you can go through once. It is free. There is no subscription fee for this. So just collect the data, put the data in, and you will get the calculated risk, which is very important for identifying the patients who are at risk, and then guide the management accordingly. So these are the options that are available according to previous obstetric history. So if that is good, in my case, it was nulliparous. So nulliparous has been put. We have already calculated the CRL. We have the multiples of median of uterine artery PI and the mean arterial pressure. If the biochemical markers are available, very good, because it is going to add a layer of specificity. More the number of parameters that you're using for predicting risk, the better answer you get. So if you have the biochemical markers, excellent. But if you don't, no problem. Even the mean arterial pressure, uterine artery PI, and the demography is good enough to give you a good risk. So I had the PAPP-A value which I have put, and see, the risk has been calculated. So the chances of developing preeclampsia prior to 34 weeks and before delivery, you get both. But if you don't have the value, then just cut it out and calculate. So the risk changes, but adding the PAPP-A value, you get a better specificity. So that was about how to apply the data in screening.